Here's a quick recap of what happened previously in the life of Don Lothario and Daniel Pleasant. Don married Cassandra Goth, sold his bachelor pad condo, and moved in with her at the Goth mansion. They had 3 beautiful children together, 2 daughters and a son, Eva, Primo, and Rosa. Don had numerous affairs while he was married to Cassandra, including his most torrid of all with Nina Caliente. Nina became pregnant with Don's child and gave birth to a daughter named Gia. Cassandra never found out about Don's illicit child. One day, Don brought Nina home and woohooed with her in his and Cassandra's bed while Cassandra was across the hall taking care of the children. Cassandra heard what was going on. She ran in and caught Don cheating. She slapped him silly and demanded a divorce. Don had to rent a cheap room at the flop house while he waited on the divorce settlement. Meanwhile, Daniel Pleasant was caught cheating with a maid when his wife Mary Sue came home early from work one day. Daniel managed to convince Mary Sue to forgive him, and the two of them had a son, a little boy named Ivan. It wasn't long before Daniel was having another affair, this time with his coworker Andrea Hogan. He brought her home from work and Mary Sue caught them cheating in the bathroom. Mary Sue got very upset and demanded a divorce from Daniel and kicked him out. Daniel moved into the flop house and rented a cheap room while he also waited for his divorce settlement. While in the flop house, Daniel aged up to an elder with only his son Ivan in attendance. Hi guys, welcome to episode 43 of my Pleasantview Let's Play. Today we're going to be playing Don and Daniel, and Don and Daniel have both been to divorce court, and the judge has awarded Don Lothario about 25,000 simoleons, and because that's about half of what he brought to the marriage. Daniel Pleasant has been awarded 3,200, not nearly as much, but that's because he only received 25% of what was in the household funds at the Pleasant household. Mary Sue was able to keep the house and the car since she's still raising their son, Ivan. And the reason why I did this is because a lot of people asked me why my divorce Sims didn't get any money after the divorce, and the honest answer is I just really don't know. I just really didn't think about it, but after a couple people mentioned it, I thought, you know, they're right, I probably should have some kind of divorce settlement. So I came up with some new rules and I posted those on my blog if you're interested, and I'll also link those down below. Now here we are at Slappy's Flop House where Don currently lives. Daniel also lives here, and we're going to have Don ask Daniel if he would like to move in with him, and the two of them are going to get a bachelor pad together. They're going to put their money together and get a nice condo. But first of all, I noticed that Lilith and Dirk are still here, and they're not supposed to be because they've actually moved out. So I'm just going to delete them so they'll go back to their own home. Somebody was in a fight here. I don't know what was going on there, but it's gone now. It was probably Lilith. So the first thing we're going to do is have Don go upstairs and see if Daniel is home. I'm pretty sure he's here. He's going to knock on his door, and then we're going to just go ahead and propose that he move in right away so we can start getting all their money together. Don actually should be at work right now. It's about noon on Monday. But we're not going to send him. We're just going to let him be late today, because if we send him, he won't get home until 6 p.m. and then their ages will be off. So we're just going to have him do this first, and then we'll send him to work when he gets on the new lot. Daniel is home, and Don's not going to waste any time. He's just going to go straight in and ask him to move in. I did try to pack up Daniel's stuff into his inventory, but for some reason it wouldn't allow me to, even when I made him selectable. So we're just going to lose Daniel's stuff. It's not like he had anything great, though. He just had like a cheap bed and dresser, so no big loss. We'll just rebuy his stuff. So he said yes, they are going to move in together now. Daniel brought 4,775 simoleons to the household, so that is a huge help. And I think both of them also have money in their bank accounts. I'm going to check Daniel's bank account now. I believe he has somewhere in the neighborhood of like 4,000 simoleons. Let's see. Yeah, 4,200. So he's going to go withdraw that, and then I think Don has another 1,000, so I'm going to have him withdraw that. And then we're going to put everything together and move them out. Here we are in the neighborhood screen, and I have moved Dawn and Daniel out. They have a total of 36,015 simoleons, which means that they can afford one of these condos in the condo district. I really kind of want to buy them Dina's old condo. It has a hot tub, it has 2 bedrooms, it has plenty of room for all of their shenanigans. So I really think we're going to have them buy that one. They can also afford, the only other option is this one back here for 16,000, but I really think Dina's is bigger and better for them, especially with the hot tub, so I'm going to go ahead and purchase that and move them in. And I just want to touch on the taxes really quick. So another one of my rules for the divorce settlement is my divorced Sims do not have to pay taxes the round after they're divorced, and that's just because life is going to be hard enough on them, so they're going to get a tax break the round after they're divorced, so they do not have to pay taxes this round. So here they are moving into Dina's condo, and we're going to have to get rid of this for sale sign because this was here from whenever Dina sold the condo so that we could keep all the kitchen and bathroom fixtures and everything in the house. I'm just going to delete that really quick. That's the old ACR adjuster. I'm no longer using ACR. And here is the condo. It is quite big. We have the large living area, kitchen, and bathroom downstairs. Upstairs we have 2 bedrooms, and I think I'm going to make this red bedroom Dawn's, and then Daniel's going to get the smaller bedroom because he brought much less money to this venture, so he gets the smaller room, and I don't think he's going to complain. So I'm going to use the rest of their money to go ahead and furnish this house and get them settled in, and I will be right back when I finish that. So I finished furnishing the condo. I used pretty much all the money that they had, but I was able to get them basic furnishings. I'm using the modern collection for the entire condo. And in the living room, I used these gorgeous couches that I really like, but I never had the chance to use. And I gave them a rug, Dawn's TV, a bookshelf, table and chairs over in the dining room, and then upstairs, this is Dawn's layer of love, you guys. This is the modern teak bed and dresser and his lamps. Over here, Daniel gets a much smaller and cheaper bed and table just because I ran out of money and Daniel didn't bring as much money to the house, so he gets less furniture, but they both make pretty good money, so we shouldn't have any problem getting them some more furnishings as they go. And then of course up here on the top we have the hot tub and bar and stereo. So we have everything they need to get started. So it looks like Dawn has to be at work at 10 a.m. It's 8 a.m. on the lot right now. I'm just going to leave the hour at 8 a.m. I think it was about 1 p.m. whenever they actually moved over here, but it doesn't matter. They didn't really lose a day or anything, so I'm just going to leave that. Looks like Dawn continues to want to woohoo with everybody in sight. Oh, gross. What is that? There's roaches on the lot. So it looks like Dawn killed the roaches, and now Daniel is going to clean them up. So back to what Dawn wants to do. Oh, he wants Rosa to get a scholarship. That's so sweet. But mostly he wants to woohoo, so we're going to look at his relationships. He has quite a few lovers. Sandy Broody, of course. I think that was his most recent. No, it wasn't his most recent. Hattie was his most recent. So, of course, Nina, Hattie, Dina, who he is no longer in love with, but he has a crush on. But he has also impregnated her. He also had Jan Tellerman. He's still in love with her, but they're not really friends anymore because she caught him cheating. And then the same thing with Kaylin, she caught him cheating. Probably not going to work on that relationship anymore. Looks like maybe Melissa Fancy might be an option for him in the future. Daniel, on the other hand, let's check and see whenever he needs to be at work. He actually needs to be at work at 9 a.m., so he should have left in the carpool at 8 a.m. He is a coach. He is like level 9 of his career, and he makes 1,750 simoleons a day, which is quite a bit. Normally, I would have my elder Sims retire, but because they have so little money, I'm just going to let Daniel keep coaching. He wants to woohoo in a bed. He also wants a relative to get married and a relative to get engaged, which is kind of sweet. It's almost like he has a family secondary aspiration, but I know that he does not, so that's strange. Oh, look, Dawn's doing the bow. So I'm just going to send Daniel to work. Oh, there's Dawn's carpool, and then we'll have Daniel walk to work, and then we'll see what the guys get up to this afternoon. It is Monday at 3 p.m. now, and Daniel just got home from work. He brought home 1,855 simoleons thanks to my salary bonus mod. So now we actually have some money to work with. I am going to refurnish Daniel's room and get him a little bit more going on in his room. So I'll be right back after I finish that. Okay, here is Daniel's new and improved quarters. I moved his bed up against the other wall, and I gave him some art here. As you can see, I gave him some curtains, a mirror, some new lighting, and a wardrobe for his clothes. This looks a lot better, and I think this will be a nice little place for Daniel to bring his mini ladies. It looks pretty good. It's all in red because that is Daniel's favorite color. And I like the red theme of the condo too. I think it's very good for these two romance sims. Right now, all Daniel wants to do is ask a sim on a date, but I'm going to make him come up here and look at his new room and make sure he likes it, which I'm sure he will. It's got to be a lot better than living in the flop house. He only has to share his house with Dawn instead of a bunch of strangers, and he gets a much bigger room and space. So there we go. He likes it, I'm sure. So since Daniel wants to go on a date, let's take a look at his relationships and see who might be next in line for him to seduce. It looks like Lucy Hanby, she was his maid whenever he still lived with Mary Sue in the Pleasant household. He actually started flirting with her before he got kicked out, and they have a 36/36 relationship. So I think and they have one bolt together, which isn't the greatest, but they've already got something going on. So I think he's going to ask her on a date and see what she says. While I was getting Daniel ready to ask Lucy on a date, Don came home from work and he got a call from Abjeet asking him if he wanted to go downtown for an outing. So I guess we're going to go ahead and let him go. Hopefully it won't be like last time when a whole bunch of his lovers show up and he gets in big trouble. We're going to send him downtown and see what happens. Don is arriving downtown. He decided to go to Pure because he loves this place so much. Looks like Abjeet. Dustin is here, Brandy Letourneau, Andrea Hogan, Sandy Broody, and Goopy are all here. Oh wow, look at Sandy Broody as an elder. She looks awful. What is that outfit, Sandy? Oh my gosh, she has just as bad fashion taste as she did as an adult, now that she's an elder. So we'll let at least none of Dawn's, well, Sandy Broody was Dawn's one lover that is here, so he can't really put the moves on anybody else with her here. But maybe he can get a quick public woohoo since he wants to do public woohoo with 3 different sims. Maybe he can get that out of the way with Sandy since she's already here. It did not take long for Dawn to get Sandy over in the hot tub, and he's just going to go right for it. He's just going to woohoo with her right away. And wow, Sandy, she's not the most attractive sim in my opinion, but Don really doesn't care. He likes her, they get along really well, and he likes to woohoo with her. Even though she's an elder now, it doesn't stop Don. So he's gonna get his public woohoo on with her, and then we'll see what happens from there. And I'm really curious to see if this satisfies his public woohoo want, because he definitely should have public woohooed with more than 3 sims by now, but he still has the want. So let's see. No, it did not actually. He doesn't even have the memory of public woohooing with like anybody. So I don't know, something is wrong with that public woohoo want. That should have done it. He actually should have achieved it a long time ago, because he's had more than 3 lovers and he woohoos with almost everybody in public. So I don't know. If you guys know anything about the public woohoo thing, the want, leave a comment below and let me know, because I don't know why it's not working. Don's downstairs on the dance floor, and oh my gosh, look at this. He is talking to the downtown slob lady, and he has 3 freaking bolts with her. 3 bolts with the slob in her dirty pajamas. Her name is Jennifer in my game, and Don is all about her. Jennifer Walker. Look at that. 3 bolts. So I guess we know who Don is going to be seducing next. Now all he did was greet her, and then he automatically wanted to ask her out on a date, and he started getting all these wants for her. So he's probably not going to ask her out tonight because he's getting kind of tired. And I'm going to unlock that public woohoo want because it's not working correctly, and I'm going to lock in ask Jennifer on a date. So he will probably do that in the next day or 2. But check this out. It also looks like Abhijeet is into her too. So I just went to take a screenshot of Dawn talking to Jennifer, and I got this shot right here, and it just looked really creepy. Like Dawn and Abjeet are both like ganging up on this poor girl and trying to get with her. It's just really weird. Like, how would you like to be approached by these two shirtless guys in the club? Anyway, so that's something that Dawn is really going to be pursuing in the future. That'll be his next romantic conquest. And now he's just going to enjoy the rest of his outing and hang out with his friends. Maybe talk to Jennifer some more. Yeah, Abjeet is definitely into her. He just farted hearts all over her. So the outing is just about over. They've got a couple seconds left. There we go. That was cool. It was nice to hang out with people who know how to have a good time. Like, you should really be saying that, Sandy, since, you know, Dawn woohooed with you as soon as they got here. But he had a good time. He's going to go home now and get some rest. And I'm sure he'll be dreaming about Jennifer Walker in her dirty pajamas. Well, Dawn has made it back home, and Daniel is ready to go on his date. He's going to call up Lucy and ask her to go out and see what she says. Oh, but I really want him to change into a fall outfit first. I think he's probably going to have to go to the clothing store, but let's see if there's anything in the closet that he could put on. Let's see. Oh, never mind. The call went through. So he's going to go ahead and ask Lucy out and just go out in his Hawaiian shirt. So let's see if she says yes or not. She's going to say yes. They're going to go to a community lot. And I'll probably take them downtown and see what happens. And we'll take Daniel to the clothing store tomorrow to get him a more appropriate fall outfit. Daniel has taken Lucy downtown to the Hub, which is a nice little nightclub. And they're just going to get their date started. So let's see what they're going to do. Oh, the first thing that Daniel's going to do is walk inside and look at the light fixture, as they like to do whenever they get on a lot downtown, which is very strange to me. Alright, so he wants to, of course, talk to her, joke with her, all the things they normally want to do on a date. So I'm just going to have them come around here, maybe sit at the bar, just get out from behind the bar. It's really weird. And we'll just have them hang out and sort of get to know each other a little bit. I mean, they don't even have a crush on each other yet. So we'll just do some friendly interactions for a little bit. And I'm really surprised that Lucy's in her maid outfit. I don't think I've ever asked one of the maids out. Oh, look, Daniel's afraid of getting married to all his various lovers. Like that's gonna happen. So he's gonna joke around with her, get to know her a little bit, and we'll see how things go. Daniel and Lucy have been having some drinks at the bar and hanging out. Their relationship has gotten pretty high at this point, and it looks like they're just about to make it to the next threshold. Oh, look, they have a crush on each other now. Awesome. And then they both think that somebody on the dance floor is crazy. They decided to move things upstairs, and then they went over into the corner of the restaurant and started making out for a while. They're very close to falling in love. Oh, Daniel's going to introduce himself to another lady right in the middle of their makeout session. And they're kind of running out of wants for each other. So I'm going to have Daniel ask Lucy if, do you like what you see, to try to reset her wants. They want to dine out together, but I don't know. I'm not ready to do that right now. Okay, let's see what she wants to do now. And now she wants to get a back rub from him and flirt with him and stuff. So let's do a back rub. They're already on a dream date. Oh, and now they're best friends. But they're not quite in love, so I don't think they're going to make it to the level of woohoo tonight. They'll probably have to go out on another night to get up to woohooing. I think they have to get up to 70 on their lifetime relationship. But Daniel's getting really tired. I'm gonna go ahead and end the date here. It also looks like he's getting along really well with this Bertha lady. Anyway, Lucy had a great time. Sweetie, you really put the dream in dream date, she says. He'll definitely be going out with her. Now he wants to woohoo in bed. He'll definitely be going out with her again so that he can woohoo with her since he wants to woohoo with 10 different Sims. But right now, he's gonna go home and get some sleep. It's Tuesday morning at about 9 a.m. Dawn is off at work, and Daniel is about to go over to the clothing store to get himself a more fall appropriate outfit since he's still wearing this very summery Hawaiian shirt. I'm just going to have him walk over. There's no point in using the little bit of money that they have for a taxi when he can just walk over. And once he gets back, then maybe we will invite Lucy over and see if he can get up to woohooing with her. Here comes Daniel back from the clothing store. He bought himself a nice red sweater to go with his khakis that he likes. I think it looks much better on him for fall. Now he's going to be warm for fall and winter. And then when spring comes back, he can pull back out the Hawaiian shirt. It looks like he also has some wants to flirt with Bertha and talk to Bertha, which is the lady that he met last night on his date with Lucy. But he also wants to woohoo with 10 different Sims and have 5 different loves at once. And since he's very close to being in love with Lucy and woohooing with her, he's going to go ahead and invite her over and see if he can fulfill some of those wants. Lucy has arrived, and Daniel is wasting no time to go plant a big one on her. It shouldn't take them very much time to fall in love. They have a pretty high relationship at this point. He also wants to be BFFs with her. How sweet. And he wants to slow dance with a Sim, which I find annoying. Oh, look, he just fell in love with her. So he is now in love with Lucy, but he doesn't quite have 5 loves. Now he only has 4. He would have had 5, but he's no longer in love with Mary Sue, of course. So now he has Lucy, Nina, Andrea, and Kaylin as his 4 loves. But now that he's in love, they can probably just move things on up and woohoo and get that out of the way. So he's going to go relax on the bed and invite her up. So here they are in bed, and Daniel is just going to go straight for the goods and woo with her right away. Oh my gosh, she just now fell in love with him. So she wasn't in love with him down there. He was just in love with her. So she's in love with him now, and here they go having their very first woohoo. So this is number 5 for Daniel, and his goal is to get to 10 women. And he is only, let's see, he's 62 years old right now, and so I don't think he's gonna have any problem getting to 10 before he kicks the bucket. So he got what he wanted from Lucy. He's gonna send her home now, and we're just gonna wait for Dawn to get home from work. It is 6 p.m. Dawn just got home from work, and oh my gosh, look at this. Dawn has been promoted to specialist. Dustin pulled some strings at work for you, and you got promoted. Congratulations, you've hung up your shingle, gaining a traditional work schedule and golf game occasionally. Now you have more time to maintain a happy home and maybe a happy family. Haha, that's funny. Keep making friends outside the home and building up your skills if higher levels in this career track seem appealing. Dawn now works 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. starting immediately, and he brought home a huge bonus, which is going to be really helpful for the guys. I cannot believe that. He definitely did not deserve this promotion. Let's look at his... Look, he needs like 9 mechanical skill, and he only has 3. So it really paid off being friends with Dustin, I guess, because he got promoted when he definitely didn't deserve it, and he is now a specialist. So awesome. Great job, Dawn. He also brought home a friend from work, this woman named Monica Maxwell. They have 2 bolts together, so that's promising. But he still just really wants to go out on a date with Slobby Jennifer. But while Monica's here, he might as well talk to her. She could be a potential love interest for him in the future. So he wants to talk about his hobby. He can go talk to her about music and dance, I guess. He has a lot of music and dance enthusiasm. He's almost maxed out, but his true hobby is fitness, although he never works out. Okay, now he wants to flirt with her. Give her a little sweet talk, Dawn. Give her a little of your sugar. Oh gosh, she's wearing this horrible outfit because I got a default replacement for this old skirt that she was wearing, and now it looks terrible with that shirt, so I probably need to replace that shirt. Oh well, look at this. I run my own business and we could really use a smart sim like you on our team. Dawn, how'd you like to start working in the politics career as a lobbyist for me right now? This is a great opportunity since this is not an entry-level job. No, he will not be taking that. His current job as specialist is way better than your crappy lobbyist job. But thanks anyway. And now he wants to be friends with Monica, so that he can definitely become friends with her, and he'll probably end up betting her in the future as he does all of his female friends. Dawn has been up on the roof with Monica. They've been dancing, drinking. They even got in the hot tub for a little bit. But just look at this beautiful sky. I mean, it is a lovely night. And I have the lot sky on, so the clouds are moving, and the moon is full. There was a shooting star or a comet over there. It's just so gorgeous, you guys. It's a lovely night for Dawn to be up on the roof seducing his ladies. But it's getting really late, actually. He's probably going to send Monica home soon. Nothing's really happened between them. They're just they're not even friends yet, actually. But she's definitely probably going to end up being one of his lovers soon. It is Wednesday morning, and I used some of the money that the guys had to buy them actually I used all their money to buy them a desk and a laptop computer so they could do their online shopping, their bills, pay their taxes and all that. Dawn hated that lamp that I bought because it was cheap, but too bad, Dawn, because you don't have any money to get anything better. So Dawn has to go to work at 9, so he's going to be leaving in about 30 minutes, and then it looks like we'll have some time to spend with Daniel. Daniel wants to ask another sim on a date, so maybe we can get him to go out with old Bertha since he seems to be getting along with her really well lately, and he's ready to move on to his next conquest. Daniel invited Bertha over. She said, yes, of course, I will be right there. You are so freaking hot. That's what I imagine she says because that's what she's always thinking. So he wants to be friends with her. They're just going to talk and hang out for a while and see if they can get friendly. Well, they became friends really quickly, and they have 2 bolts together, so it doesn't take too much. And now he has a lot of wants to flirt with her and kiss her. So he's going to get right down to business and start seducing Bertha Moss. She actually lives in the retirement home, the Pleasantview retirement home. Now he wants to make out with her, which he can't quite do. Oh, she has a crush on him now, but he doesn't quite have a crush on her yet. Oh, but there he goes. Now he has a crush on her too. They have a 31 lifetime relationship, and they have to get up to 70 to woohoo, but he has a lot of time to work with here. He doesn't have to work today. Dawn's not going to be home for a while, so I think he can probably get her in the mood to woohoo. And he's going to try to caress her, and she totally rejected him. She was like, no, get your stinking hand out of my face, Daniel. And he had a fear of being rejected by her, so that kind of hurt their relationship a little bit. They were up to 34 and they went down to 31. So, good job, Daniel. You made the wrong move. Oh, Dawn just got home from work. I forgot that he gets home at 4 now. And he brought a friend home from work too. So this is going to get a little difficult if they both have women at the house at the same time. It's going to get a little hard to play them. But let's check this out. This is, I don't know her name. Get over here. Diane Adams. I don't know, what is his relationship like with her, or what is his chemistry like with her, I wonder. Let's have him go talk to her. He wants to talk about his hobby, of course. He always wants to talk about music. Maybe I should change his hobby to music. Bertha's going to town up here. She's getting down. Alright, he wants to slow dance with Bertha, so let's just have them do that. Or not slow dance, classic dance. Will you dance with me, my dear? Of course I will. Okay, Dawn has no chemistry with this woman that he brought home, Diane, so he's just going to say goodbye to her. She's useless to him if he doesn't have chemistry to her. That's sexist, but that's Dawn for you. So she's gone. And now we can just let Dawn do whatever he wants and kind of focus on Daniel since he's sort of on a date. He's not on a real date, but he's got a lady up here. Alright, it's just about 6 p.m., so everybody is aging up now. Dawn is now 55 years old and Daniel is 63. And wow, Bertha really thinks Daniel's hot as he sits on the lawn chair. Dawn also came up here to dance a little bit, now he's leaving. And check this out, Daniel is totally passing out. He just passed out right in the middle of entertaining his woman. He's like, yeah, I know we were dancing, but I'm just going to take a nap real quick. So his age is really starting to show. So Daniel's been sleeping on the roof for quite a while. Dawn came up here to get a drink, and he's like standing there looking at Daniel like, man, I'm glad I'm not as old as this guy. Passing out when he's got women over and stuff. But we're going to wake him up now. He's got to get up because Bertha is still here, and we don't want Dawn to take over with Bertha, because that would be something he would totally do while Daniel was sleeping. He would steal Daniel's woman. We're going to get Daniel and Bertha back together. Oh, they can make out now, and Dawn is going to stand incredibly, way uncomfortably close to them while they make out. Dawn, why don't you go down here and get something to eat? They just live off of like TV dinners and pizza and ramen from the microwave, because neither of them really cook. And it looks like it's not going to be too much longer before Daniel can woohoo with Bertha, so let's see if he can make that happen before he passes out again. And I just want to say, Daniel makes the creepiest noises when he makes out. I don't know if it's just like because of the depth of his voice. Oh look, they're best friends now. Awesome. But he sounds so creepy when he makes out, like more so than any other sim that I've noticed. It's weird. But look, he wants to woohoo in the hot tub and woohoo in bed now. I'm probably going to have them woohoo in the hot tub as soon as they're possibly able to. And she just fell in love with him. He is almost in love with her, just like 4 little points away, but she's definitely in love with him. Okay, Daniel, seriously, he just went to pass out again. Get up. You're like this close to getting your 5th love. So stop passing out like an old man. They're gonna go get in the hot tub right now and see if we can seal this deal so Daniel can go to bed. It's only 9:47 p.m. He just can't even stay awake anymore. Alright, Daniel has just fallen in love with Bertha, and he is not wasting any time. He's going straight in, and they're having a hot tub woohoo. I just think Bertha is the prettiest elder lady. She is really pretty. Okay, so this is Daniel's 5th love, and he wanted very much to have 5 loves at once. Now he does. Pretty soon he's going to be in the same predicament as Dawn, where he's going to get caught everywhere he goes because he has so many lovers everywhere. I wonder how Mary Sue would feel if she knew what he was doing. I'm glad she doesn't know. Alright, Daniel's going to send Bertha home, and he got what he wanted. Now he wants to have 10 loves at once. We're going to lock that in for him. He's at 5 loves and 6 woohoos. He wants to have 10 woohoos and 10 loves. So I think we're going to be able to make that happen for him probably pretty quickly. I mean, he's already had 2 women just in this part of the episode, so it shouldn't take him too long. I think we're going to go ahead and end part 1 of this episode here. We've had a lot happen already. Dawn and Daniel put their money together and got this condo that used to be Dina's condo. This is their bachelor pad now. And Dawn went out on an outing, and he met the next woman of his dreams, Slobby Jennifer. So he's going to be pursuing her in part 2 of this episode. Daniel made it through 2 different women. He is moving at breakneck speed to get to those 10 lovers. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the notification bell if you want to know when I upload new videos. You can also visit my blog at PleasantSims.com if you're interested in any of my gameplay rules or any of the mods I use, and I try to keep that updated as much as I possibly can. So thanks again for watching, guys, and I will see you with part 2 of this episode very soon, where we will continue with Dawn and Daniel's adventures and see how many more women they could possibly seduce.